sit down and you'll do something for, or I'll sit down and do something for like a few hours, maybe like 3.5 hours, 4 hours, but without like realizing that I've been doing it for that long, which is maybe not that good, because then you don't get up and stretch and go away from like your screen and eat and do those kinds of things which are important to do. So it's like in that way it's like a little bit zombified, but I guess if you struggle to focus, maybe it's like helpful. I'm not sure if that had much of an effect on other people in that way. But yeah, that might have also been with instant coffee. That like when I was having it every day, it seems to be like depending on the source of the coffee, it affects me differently. So before, when I was more sensitive, filter coffee was like felt like it was stronger, or it would have more of like a hectic effect. Whereas if I had like a cappuccino with an espresso shot, then that seemed to be like a little bit more stable and not like affect me as hectically. And yeah, I wonder if it's like the milk that's like affecting how the caffeine is metabolized or released or whatever. It's probably the milk. Yeah, interesting to think about. Apparently, if you combine whey protein or whey isolate, that it like also causes it to be released slower. But I'm not really sure, personal experience wise, to what degree, because of how quickly the acclimatization to it happens. It happens like super fast. Yeah, it's quite fascinating, really. Obviously, I think the best way to make sure that you have energy is to make sure that you're getting enough sleep, and you're being healthy and exercising and generally feeling good, and that way one should, I guess, have energy in the day to do the things that are needed to do. And then I guess it's also noticing like when are you most productive or most energetic in a day, and the things that require different kinds of energy, it's matching those things to the different parts of the day, so that something that requires maybe what you can do when you more sleep or requires this energy can be in the appropriate part of the day, versus something that requires a lot of focus or a lot of alertness or awakeness or energy. Yeah, I think that generally, if one can get that right, that works quite well. I get the difficulty arises when something unexpected happens. It's like, I don't know, someone calls you in the day and it's like, you get like a work thing, and it's like, okay, do this other thing that you didn't plan to, and then maybe that like interrupts the flow of where you've